So this is a new project, and I've been starting to build a WW1 trench now, and I think it looks really good. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna show you some things that's maybe gonna learn you more about WW1 trenches, or well, they're probably very different, but you know about how some of the trenches were made. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, you can see these planks here. It's kind of separating the soldiers from the ground. That's because this was really wet. So to keep the soldiers away from the wet ground or mud or well, water, they were used to put these planks on the ground, and this will keep the soldiers from getting too wet. But well, they needed to face new problems because of this. For example, the tree was rotting, and that was a huge problem. So, well, but it kept away all the wet. For example, mud, which was really great in this war, and something that's really helped the soldiers. You can see that there's planks here on the wall as well. And these were to protect the soldiers from, well, when it was raining, it was getting really slippery here, and rocks and stuff were just falling down. It was collapsing, so they needed these planks to keep the mud, in place, and to keep the soldiers from, well, getting mud all over them, for example. So they're building these planks here. Now my motto is in a really freezing cold winter. So you can see here, this is going to be snow. So it's really cold, and this cold has made all water freeze. So right here, there's not too much water. If this was a trench in the summer, for example, it would probably be mud everywhere. Alright, there would not be any grass or something like that. It would be just mud everywhere, and probably the whole ground would just be mud. So here you can see two bags, and I don't really know what these soldiers have been putting in them, but it could be anything from ammunition to snacks even that family members could send them and stuff. So yeah, here you can see the weakest gun, which we made in another video, and I even showed you how to make it. And well, this is a perfect opportunity to use it. You can see this square here. This is where it's going to be a crater after a huge explosion. So that's something that's going to be added later. If you saw my video on the WW1 soldiers from the Allied power, you remember these French soldiers. And you can see here on the back is another design for a French soldier. So yeah, you can see this British soldier holding a telephone handset. And I'm probably going to build a whole telephone later here in the trench, and that would be something fun. So that's the first video on this World War I mock. So please tell me in the comments what you think about this, and please everyone subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone.